tell you a little bit about how this is done. So basically, this is a disposable, just wooden stick, because you want to be safe, you want to be sterile, and I wrap it around just with tape, with gripping tape, to make sure that the needle is solid. This is so it's easy for me to have a proper grip, so that the grip doesn't become awkward. That's just healthier for me and lasts longer. And then you just throw this away when it's done. And these are needles from a coil machine, because you want to be sterile, you want to be safe.
Right.
And this is the modern age. We're not using like bone and rocks anymore to cut the skin open and wrap in ash and ink and blood and whatever.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a bit different today. Basically, in many ways, this is very similar to the process of getting a machine tattoo, like as in using something to lubricate the skin. The basic principle is, of course, the same. You're just breaking the skin and getting ink under the layers. But since this is less of a wound, it's less of a trauma, so it heals faster and it heals really well as well. And most of them tend to last. It's like all tattoos, they're gonna need a touch-up at some point. But especially like if people have sensitive skin or any sort of a condition, like this is something it's good to look into. And it's like fun, it's like close to the tradition, like the origin, and there's a certain intimacy that forms. So just a little bit like, this is what I tell anyone when I start, because a lot of people don't have experience with stick and poke, is I tend to go about 3-4 rounds. And I call the first round the Frankenstein round. Okay. Because it's more for me to set down where the tattoo is, like just so that the stencil goes off a little bit. So I can safely and securely go through the second round, and that's when the tattoo appears. So don't be alarmed if it looks a little weird, the first one. Sometimes it's barely noticeable actually, like that you've gotten ink through. And the third and fourth is more just to finalize it, make it look good, look at the details, and yeah.
Very cool.
So I'm just gonna start with some of the dot work. And are you okay? Are you comfortable?
I'm just fine, thank you.
I'm gonna fix it a little bit here, just so it's. Are you okay like this?
I'm just fine.
Okay. And you just tell me if there's anything, if you need any change. And a lot of people talk about this hurting less than a machine tattoo. It's a lot of people I hear describing this like scratching a sunburn. And I even had people fall asleep on me. So. Some of my regulars, like I was doing an anklet the other day, and she almost started snoring. It's like traditional Icelandic flowers. It was a fun project. And you hear this ticking sound? Mm-hmm. This is actually the needle going through the layers of skin, like depositing the ink. The sound comes when you remove the needle, like pull it out of the skin. And you can make it like barely audible, and you can make it louder as well. So I think it's kind of fun.
Right, it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah. That's what you're saying now. Yeah, it's not like, a lot of people tend to go numb after the first round or two, and I think that's very good. And it's like Vegvísir and Ægishjálmur. These are like popular designs, and they're popular for a reason. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, people come here traveling of course you're gonna get the tattoos that symbolize traveling and protection while going over the sea.